I'm Professor Dr. Greg Maguire. I'm the co-founder and chief scientific officer at Neogenesis. We're a skincare company. Also have related products coming out in the near future. But I wanted to talk today about one of our core technologies, and that is our stem cell release molecules. But I wanted to frame this in terms of we're all hearing a lot about adaptogens. And I want to put adaptogens in the broader context. And if we think about life, and it's very difficult to define, but many of us scientists certainly consider what is life as the ability to adapt. Critical to life is to adapt. And hence, adaptogens come into play. There are all kinds of different adaptogens involved in our lives. Now, typically, adaptogens have been considered um, physiologically active compounds. Oftentimes, people think of them as botanicals, and these compounds trigger physiological processes of adaptation to various stressors. The stressors can be many things. It can be chronological aging itself, it can be too much sunshine, it can be poor diet, it can be a disease state, it can be a, um, a wound of different types. All of these would be stressors, and you have both within your body molecules that allow you to adapt. Also, importantly, those botanicals that we evolved and developed to eat contain many adaptogens. So there are many botanical adaptogens, and about so far about 110 medicinal plants have been formally found to exhibit what we call adaptogenic activity. For us at Neogenesis and working as a scientist, I think of adaptogens not only as those compounds that we need to ingest, and we're finding out for skincare, for example, a lot of those compounds that we normally ingest could also be applied topically to feed the skin from the outside in. But not only these botanical compounds, many of them can be adaptogens, but the molecules that our bodies make, many of them are adaptogenic. And so, important mechanisms of adaptation in the human body, again, not only the plants we eat, but the molecules we make in our body are often adaptogens. And what I'm going to focus in on in this series, I'm going to have a series of videos here where I talk about many types of stem cell release molecules. So the molecules in our body, these would be adult stem cells in our body that are releasing molecules that are adaptogens. And these molecules are critical to human life. Of course, at Neogenesis, we're mimicking what Mother Nature does. One of our core technologies is using the many different molecule types that the adult stem cells release to maintain, heal the skin, put the skin into an anti-inflammatory, pro-regenerative state, reducing the stressors. And also within the technology that we use in our topical products, we of course have many different botanicals. And many of the botanicals we use have adaptogenic molecules. Now, this goes for our skincare as well as our hair growth product. So in this series, I'm going to dig deep into what is life, and it's the ability to adapt, and then some of the mechanisms by which we adapt, focusing in on the skin, and then some of the important molecules, the technologies, for example, that we choose to use at Neogenesis to help the skin and hence the rest of the body adapt to the many different types of stressors that we encounter in life. So stay tuned. I'll be having a series of in-depth videos on this very topic. Thank you.